Hi, this is Dan Wickwire here, picking up on question number 19 from my book, 200 Questions on the Bible and the Quran. Does the Quran contain fundamental doctrinal and historical discrepancies which are diametrically opposed to what is found in the Bible? The answer in the Bible to this would be yes. The answer in the Quran would be no. First, we'll take a look at what the Quran says. In Baqarah 2:2, it says, "This is the book in which there is no doubt. In it is guidance for those who fear God." In order to be a Muslim, you have to have blind faith in the Quran. You just have to automatically believe whatever it says. You cannot have doubt about it. In Nisa 4:82, will they not ponder the Quran? If it had been from other than Allah, they would have found therein many contradictions. Well, what kind of contradictions? External, internal, or both? Well, there are certainly many contradictions between the Bible and the Quran, external contradictions, that is. I have 150 contradictions in my 200 Questions book. If you look at internal contradictions, just take a look at this book. 1,000 pages, the Wickwire Compendium of Islam. This is on my website, danwickwire.com. And if you go to pages 155 to 159, I'll give you 14 different internal discrepancies within the Quran. Not to mention, on pages 312 to 319, you have 25 examples of Jewish fables that were quoted as being true history in the Quran. These are stories, legends, and fables that were quoted from Jewish literature. And 5 times in the New Testament, the Bible warns not to believe in Jewish fables. And yet we find at least 25 examples quoted in the Quran from Jewish fables, as if it was really true history. These are internal problems. Another issue, can demons repent and be good? Question 62 in my book. According to the Quran, yes. The whole 72nd Surah, Jinn Surah, the first 14 verses makes it clear that some of the demons repented and became good. They believed the Quran. Aqaf 46:29 to 31 says the same thing. This is another interesting problem within the Quran. In the Bible, demons are the bad guys. They cannot repent. They don't get a second chance to go to heaven. They cannot be good. Another question, on question number 49 to 50 in my book. Did God tell all of the angels to prostrate themselves before Adam? Well, the Quran in Baqarah 2:31 to 34 says yes, they did this. However, another internal contradiction within the Quran, question number 49 asks this: is it forbidden to prostrate oneself before anyone other than Allah himself? The answer is yes in the Bible and yes in the Quran. So if it's forbidden for anyone to prostrate before anyone other than Allah, why does command Satan and all the angels to prostrate before a man, Adam? That's a no-brainer. It can't happen. It's wrong. And that was, interestingly enough, that was taken from a Jewish fable as well. Another interesting thing, the Quran falsely claims that the Bible predicted the coming of Muhammad in Araf 7:157 and other places. However, there are no places in the Bible that actually talk about the coming of Muhammad. And then the fifth thing is that the Allah of the Quran is called the Lord of the worlds. This Quran came down from the Lord of the worlds, it says. However, this term in the Bible is equivalent to Satan. In several places, 2 Corinthians 4:3 to 4, John 16:11, 12:31 and 14:30, and Luke 4:6 to 7 all indicate that this term, the Lord of the worlds, or the God of this world, the Prince of this world, these are all references to Satan. If we look at Shura 26:196 through 197, it says this: and in it, that is in the Quran, is the scriptures of the men of old. Is it not a sign for them that the doctors of the children of Israel know it? This is claiming that the Jews approve of the Quran. Actually, I don't know of any Jew today that would approve of the Quran. And I doubt that they had very many Jews back then that would substantiate it either. Fusuliat 41:43. O prophet, nothing is said to you that has not already been said to the messengers before you. In other words, there's nothing new. Muhammad had nothing new, according to what the Quran is claiming here. And 42:15, Shura says, I believe in whatever book Allah has sent. Let there be no argument between us. So it's claiming that it's just all the same stuff. Actually, there are many discrepancies. In fact, Isaiah 8:20 says, to the law and to the testimony, if they do not speak according to this word, it's because there is no light in them. And Galatians 1:8 says, but even though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. And 1 John chapter 2, 22-24 says, he is Antichrist who denies the Father and the Son. Islam denies the doctrine of the Son of God. It denies that God is a Father as well. Whoever denies the Son does not have the Father either. He who acknowledges the Son has the Father also. Therefore, let that abide in you which you have heard from the beginning. If what you heard from the beginning abides in you, you also will abide in the Son and in the Father. Islam denies the doctrine of God the Father. It denies the doctrine of God the Son. And then secondly and finally, 2 John 1:9, whoever transgresses and does not abide in the doctrine of Christ does not have God. He who abides in the doctrine of Christ has both the Father and the Son.